In this short video I'm going to take a look at creating a stand-sit desk with just a few simple things. Normally when we go to sit at a desk we sit on a chair, could be an office chair or just a plain simple chair at home. We bring up the keyboard and we type away, looking at probably a screen on the desk or a little bit higher than the desk. Often we can be there for hours at a time. The difficulty is our head tends to go forward, the screen brings us in, our hands go forward, and we end up giving our lower back and the rest of our bodies a really hard time. So what can we do about that? Well, first thing is probably we should just get rid of the chair. And here I'm going to replace that with a simple stool bought from IKEA for about £36. It goes up and down, it's got a bit of a wobbly base on it, and it's got a nice reasonably hard cushion on it, so it's not uncomfortable, but it leaves us having a little bit of liveliness in the legs, liveliness in the lower back, so that gets us a little way along the way. But what we really need to do is change where we've got our screen and allow our eyes to go a little bit more horizontal, allow our head to sit on top of the spine a little easier. So first thing we need is a simple wooden box. That's going to raise the height of an inexpensive screen arm. Screen arms can be terribly expensive or very cheap. This one does the job and it costs around about £25 or £30. So on the desk already I've got set up the wooden box, simply bolted down with a single bolt onto the table. Then I've got the screen arm bolted to the top of that, and that allows me to put pretty much any flat screen onto it, so that I can have that at the height that I want it. I can put it where I'd like it, and for me that's around about eye level, allowing my head to sit on top of my spine and my spine to sit on top of my sitting bones. My sitting bones is sitting nice and securely on the IKEA wobbly bench. And then simply by lifting the screen I can bring the screen up to more of an eye level. Add to that a simple shelf of some sort. This is just 3 pieces of wood screwed together and painted. I can pop the keyboard and the mouse on the top. That brings my hands to the height that I'd like them. I can adjust the screen to where I'd like it to be and carry on typing whilst I'm standing. Of course none of these positions are forever, and standing is challenging, sitting is challenging, but here we have a third option. I just extend the stool and there I can have a perch, so my weight is taken through the sitting bones. I've got my legs much more extended, which is a variation, giving me a little bit of easiness, liveliness in the legs, and a third position to go to whilst I'm working at my computer. And when I've had enough, I just push the shelf to the back of the desk, bring the screen back to where I'd like it to be, and drop the height of the stool to a sitting height so I can carry on working. And there we have it. Aesthetically speaking, of course, having a wooden shelf on your desk may not be appealing, and for a few pounds more we could exchange that for a Perspex tailor-made shelf, made to your height, made by a local supplier here in Shoreham, but there are many all around the country. So that shelf is more or less invisible. We've got plenty of room where the screen used to be for papers or whatever, and I can go happily up and down, changing my position ideally about every 20 minutes. And there we have it.